And so we are recording now. I failed to record last time, but I'll try to be more diligent going forward. Hello, welcome everybody to our October Night in Hand meeting. Still, what, 7 or 8 months out, but it'll come quick. A few months till the auction, probably the next biggest thing, but plenty of other things to do between now and then. I'll first turn it over to Janice to talk a little bit about our shed clean out and the great success we had this weekend due to many hands of work there. So Janice, I'll turn it over to you.
Yeah, so Saturday we had a great turnout. I didn't count how many people, but I want to say at least 25. And it was great. We were able to get all 4 units cleared. And our everything we wanted to keep condensed into an 8 by 8 unit, which was amazing. So that will save us $5,200 a year by doing what we did. So the storage the dumpster and the removal and everything got paid for, got donated by Cherry Hill Construction. So I did add them as an in-kind donation to our, like, we do a big donor thank you at the end of the year. So I added them in. I also sent them a personal letter of thank you because that saved us at least $1,000, if not more. So that was huge. And thanks to Mike Newton for coordinating all that with Cherry Hill, which was great. So yeah, so that was great, and I'm feeling really good about it moving forward. It's funny because it's a direct withdrawal from the account, and the direct withdrawal goes on the 25th of October, which happened to be the same Saturday we were clearing the storage unit. So I didn't cancel it because I was like, what if we don't finish, right? So I let it go through. And then I talked to Milano's on Monday and I was like, all right, so we're done. She's like, okay, so you're paid up till June or May or something on the new unit with how much we spent on 4 units. So I was like, sweet. That's amazing. That made me really, really happy. So yeah, so going forward, we definitely have ideas, and we're going to need more ideas and how to do like fun decorating things on budgets. But yeah, it does give us a little bit more play. So right now we have about 15,000. I'll skip to budget because I know that was the next line item. We have about 15,000 in the account, and with this storage unit, we've been losing $550 a month. So now that stops, which is great. So that number kind of freezes in place for a little while. And obviously we want to grow it and not have it freeze in place. Um, but at least it won't be reducing, which is what kind of gives me a lot of anxiety and keeps me up at night. So yeah, so the next phase I'm sure we'll get to it is auction and business donation stuff because we need to get some money.
Awesome. Hey, thanks, Janice. I just want to echo again, 25 people. I think this was fueled by the munchkins that and the pizza and the coffee that Janice brought. So thank you so much for that. But just I tell you, in an hour, essentially we were done with the sheds, and then it's really just transporting stuff to the dump. So it just went by really quick. The weather was phenomenal and just so great. A little bit of emotions as we said goodbye to that horse. What was the horse's name? Pokey. Pokey and a few other and Groot.
Pokey, no.
Was
It's
it
from
Pokey?
Toy Story.
Bullseye.
Bullseye.
Oh, that's what I meant. Bullseye. What's Pokey? Is that that's Gumby, isn't it?
We don't call him
Sorry.
Pokey.
I'm very old school.
You're dating yourself though.
Very much so. But great. And I know Hands on Stage greatly appreciated a lot of the stuff that they got from the storage unit. I know Vista got a bunch of stuff as well. So just good that a
Yeah.
lot of it went to good use as we got rid of the rest of the stuff. So
Yeah, which was amazing. I mean, Hands on Stage took 2 full U-Hauls full of stuff, and that honestly saved us hundreds of dollars in dump runs because we had run out of space um in the garbage
And
trash thing.
along those lines, as a hands-on stage sort of parent here, if anybody has time tomorrow around 3 o'clock, we put a bunch of stuff by the Conex boxes at the Daniel Hand High School. We just got permission to store it at Jeffrey High School, at least for the next
Oh,
6 months.
great.
So we can do a trailer run at Jeffrey. And so if you're available at 3 o'clock tomorrow, 3 to 4, to do some trailer runs, we'd love to see you at Daniel Hand High School to run some stuff to Jeffrey. But That's hands on stage. Let's go back to Night in Hand here. Um, Janice alluded to the kind of the budget aspect of it, and the kind of the next big thing is really raising money to support the event. And so I'm gonna turn it over to Tina here to kind of talk auction, kind of where we're at, and what she needs to set her and the auction up for success going
Hey,
forward. So Tina, over to
hey,
you.
hey, Bill.
Yeah, go ahead, Simon.
Sorry, before we jump to that, I think we we should probably try and set some targets. I don't know, Janice, if you want to, from a budget standpoint, because a lot of as we look at the big ticket items, right? So like, and I don't want to jump the gun, but like as we talk to like the entertainment company and all that sort of stuff, um, we're not committing any expenditures right now, but we're going to need to understand kind of what the budget can look like so that we can scope things out appropriately, right? So, in some ways we need to set a goal and say, all right, our budget's going to be whatever, $30,000. And so that's Tina's mission, is to go make $30,000. And then if we fall short, then we can trim back, but it's going to be a lot harder to add things than take them away.
Yeah. So Simon, like typically what happens is, we guesstimate about how much we're going to have for students, right? We'll probably have right around 14, 15,000 in student fees.
Yeah.
That will come on top of the 15 that we have now, and we want to keep around 20 left over for next year, right?
Yeah.
And the auction typically makes like year over year about 12, 13 on a really good year. So that helps. And the like the party people and like kind of the other stuff can get as big as we can get it, right? So sometimes it is about adding stuff to the party people in March, right? When Tina's numbers come in and we know what that looks like. Or, sometimes we'll know more as we go. Like maybe we get a lot of business donations that we weren't expecting. Last year we didn't get a ton of business donations. We had about 4,000, but in years past we've gotten more. And some years you get a lot of parent donations and some years you don't get more, so don't get as much. And we won't know the parent donation part of it until the spring when kids sign up. But the business part of it, like how much is play there, we can know that as soon as we start doing that.
Let's
And so, yeah,
let's talk a little bit last year. So I think we spent about $35,000 total last year, or is it 40? Do you remember the number
it's
offhand?
41.
41. Right. We
Uh,
were trying to do it for less than that, but I guess in my mind, like if we said, okay, entertainment, let's shoot for whatever, $15,000. And then, okay, if we end up making more money, great, we'll add things, but at least that gives me a ballpark. Cause I'm trying, I'm already having the conversations
Yeah.
with that, and we're trying to lock in certain things that are very popular items. And so,
Yeah. So
I want to be
definitely,
able to play with, at least conceptually, but we're not
yeah,
writing a check until, much
right,
closer to the date anyway. So
right.
it's not like we're spending the money right now.
Right. So you have like as a kind of firmish thing, right? Student fees. So that is around 15. So that's a number, I guess, to help jump from. Does that help, Simon? I mean,
Yeah.
we don't have it, but we pretty much know we will get it.
Right. Right. And so, because I think we're going to run into the same question when we're trying to think. Otherwise we, everything's kind of frozen until March,
I
which I
know.
don't think we want to do that. Right.
Unfortunately, this is kind of how it happens every year is you're fundraising for that year. And there isn't a lot of carryover. So like literally, like when I ran the auction one year, I remember asking the chairs, like, well, how much do you need us to make? And they're like, well, as much as you can. I'm like, I don't know what that means. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, what is like well, like where's our goal?
We
I need a
almost,
goal. Like,
yeah, you want
so
the thermometer thing, right? Like
exactly.
we need that. We need
Yeah.
the,
And they
all
were
right.
like, as
This
much
is what
as
we're
you
gonna shoot
make,
for.
as much as you make, we will spend. I'm like, okay, well, like, what did you want? Like, so yeah,
But-
that was very hard. That's very
Janice,
hard.
could you let us know, maybe, do you have the numbers for like the last 3 or 4 years, what the budget was each year?
Yeah.
Like,
We had
like if
that.
we could just
Yeah,
look
we
back,
have it on a spreadsheet. Let me just
if
look.
we could just look back, as many years as you have, and then maybe we could take an average and start with that as the budget.
Yeah, while we're talking, I'll find it because I have it.
Yeah,
I
actually,
know I
let me-
used it for one of the meetings.
This is a year old. I'll go ahead and share this though. And while you look for the more
Yeah,
current one.
let me just grab my jump drive first.
Well, I guess, so like when a couple meetings ago, right, we floated kind of the idea of conceptually what we could spend on certain things, right? We edited that spreadsheet that showed us what we spent in 24, what we spent in 25, and what
Right.
I
Yeah.
proposed for 26. So if you're comfortable with those sort of ballpark numbers, then I think we're in really good shape.
I think that's good for now. Like I know Simon, you're driving, so you can't see this, but the other folks that are able to see it. This is kind of what we put together at the beginning of last year. And again, this is rough, and I think we need to go and really put some pencil to paper and kind of figure out what's more accurate here. But expenses wise, wow, we planned. I guess we spent $17,000 in entertainment last year. I think we're gonna try to shoot for something less than that this year. Similarly, decorations will be significant. We spent $12,000 in 2024. Will be significantly less this year. And so, yeah, I'd say we can try to start making what do we call this? Try to put this together to some degree while we're talking right now.
Yeah, I mean, we did a conceptual
Right, we have it.
conceptual budget that I sent, Kelly and I sent.
Right,
a few
exactly.
weeks back, and we did try to be a lot more conservative, right? There was a number of things that I think we were able to really aggressively cut costs on. Like, there was like a $5,000 arcade. Like, I'm not planning on
Exactly.
doing just that. And then there was, I forgot off the top of my head, like $6,000 for prizes and stuff. And there's some kind of neat things that we have a plan for that kind of puts those together. So I think we're gonna end up saving quite a bit of money in a number of different places.
Great.
I mean, I think to go back to like, what do we need to make from the auction? We've got to set a goal because
Yeah,
the more
absolutely. I think that's the target.
the more we can communicate to all the parents, like we are trying to make $15,000 at the auction. We're looking for X amount in business donations. That gives people a target. When we say we need donations, they don't know what that means. And they assume everybody else will do it. But if we say we want $8,000 in business donations, then as we're communicating how much we're getting, people are like asking more people. So I think we've got to give them a lot of information about what we have and what we want to get to.
No, I think you're spot on. Thanks, Kelly. Here's the information you put together, which I think is a good numbers to start off with. Would you put down $5,000 for food truck? About was that $7,000? And I think the numbers you put together for entertainment, which I know you took charge of, and Kelly, I know you took charge of food, are all good numbers. But I'm with you. We need to set hard numbers. So let's kind of put some ballpark numbers out there right now, and we can refine that over the coming weeks as we kind of look at better data from the last few years. But I think like historically, well, let me share one other screen here with you guys, which was the budget from the last 10 years of auction. But I think 15,000 would be an aggressive but reasonable goal for the auction. I think 13,000, 12,000 we got last year. I think between 12 and 15 is very reasonable.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're spot on. Like, hey, as we kind of put together our goals for what we're going to earn, we need to put together intentions of what we intend to spend that money, and you're spot on with that.
Yep. Okay. Sorry. Continue on.
No, sorry. It's good stuff. Okay, here I just found what I'm looking for here.
I can't find what I'm looking for. I feel like I'm losing my mind.
No worries.
Like I have it
You
on
put it in
paper.
the
I'm
storage
like,
container.
yeah, right. With the rest of my sanity. I have it like on paper, but obviously that doesn't help anybody. I can definitely like I have, let's see, I got from 2015 to 20 now. So I can put together whatever numbers anybody wants.
Fun.
Just tell me what you want and I will do it.
You
Yeah, and
got,
share my screen kind of for the general numbers we got the last 10 years. So we kind of gives you a
Oh,
ballpark
great.
of what,
Okay, good.
what we can
yeah,
expect here.
you know, and I want now dollars, please.
I'm
You
saying-
got to adjust for inflation.
exactly right, Simon. I apologize for that.
You're asking a lot.
Come on, there's math for this. Like, no, I mean, no, I think we got a good understanding. Now we got to just Tina's got to make the money. Tina,
Yeah.
it's all you.
Well, we
Yeah.
also need a group, like a couple of folks to do business solicitations.
I'm gonna need that heated pool house.
It's all yours.
Real quick, just talking auction. And so if you look at the auction numbers, really 12 to 15, I think is reasonable. You know, back when we were making $20,000 a year for auction, that was back when the population of the class was closer to 300 kids in a class, and now we're closer to, I think we're at 186 this year. And so last year we made 12,000, the year before 13.5, and so I think that's a good ballpark range to shoot for, Tina. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Parent donations, I think we're a little low the last couple of years. I think, well, maybe not. Let me go. Solicitations, I think we're a little low last year. And that's why I think we can make some ground and get closer to 10,000 vice the 4,000 we got last year. And parent donations look like consistently have been around $3,000 to $7,000. So I think a $5,000 estimate is pretty reasonable for that. And graduation signs look like we've taken between $2,000 and $3,000 is kind of the average taken. And so if so with that, it looks like our income, last year's income was 38,000. I think we could be around or a little more than that this year. And now I think we really need to lay out, hey, what our expenses are, like Simon's saying, and how much money we want to allocate to entertainment, to food, to everything else. And so I'm gonna, as opposed to kind of working on all that data right now, I'll work it and send an email out and kind of exchange emails between now and the next meeting, as we kind of finalize those numbers, make sure we're kind of in a good ballpark. But I think the numbers that was laid out in this this tab that Simon, you and Kelly put together are pretty good numbers to start off with.
Sure.
Which is about $5,000 for food trucks and about I think he had about $6,000 to $7,000 for entertainment.
Yeah, and I mean there is some wiggle room too. Like if we can't do food trucks and we need to do other kinds of stuff, right? Like I think not last year, obviously the year before, I think we spent about $1,000 on food. But we got it from all over the place. We got Taco Bell, we got McDonald's, we got all sorts of stuff. A lot of it got donated and some of it got purchased. And then we had the ice cream truck came and that was separate. So so that is a number that has more wiggle room to it than like an entertainment cost, right? The inflatables to fill the gym, that's going to be a cost. Like there isn't really a way around that, and it's a very, very popular thing, so we definitely want to do it. So there's certain things that are definitely set as far as like the expenses and something we can play with, but other stuff is a little bit more malleable. Like even with decorations, right? We can take a look at what we've got and see what's left over, and then take that and run with it and see what we can do for jazzing the place up.
Yeah, and Metallica is giving me a good deal, so
We got Metallica
As a
coming?
band,
And I by the way, I said 7,000 for entertainment. Really, the budget you put was 12.5, plus some other numbers. So I was off.
yeah, it was 12.5, but that's fine.
Yeah. So bottom line, I think the numbers you have are good ballpark numbers. I think we can eventually raise those up more. But we
Well,
just
as we're, that's, I think to Kelly's point, right? Like we gotta really push the fundraising, and the more money we make, as long as Janice, like to your point, right, we keep some in reserve for the next year. But then, if we make more money, then we get to do more fun things with it.
yeah. And now that they're that like not that we'll really see it as much this year, but for next year, there won't be that constant draw from the storage units that really eats away at like, eats away at that number. So that part's good too. And just I was looking at the line items for digital photo booths. So last year we wound up buying the little cameras that have
The Polaroid.
the printout things. So we were planning to use those with like
Oh, yeah.
it
So we
in
have
a
those somewhere?
Yep, I've got them at my house. I've got all the extra
Oh,
film.
fantastic. Yeah.
Yep, and
Okay,
so
great.
so that's like a save. We don't even need to do that. What we were thinking about to add with that, like kind of do a little setup, maybe get like a backdrop so that
Yep.
they're in one place, and then kids can do selfies or whatever, and then do like the little like mustaches and little hats and little like those little stick things that and they can take a little memento home
Yep.
of
Yeah,
a
that's
photo.
awesome. Yeah, that
Yeah, so
saves
I've
money.
got all that
Absolutely.
sitting over here in a box.
I guess kind of while we're kind of talking this stuff, entertainment type stuff, let's kind of stick with that for a little bit. We'll come back to auction a little bit. Sorry, Tina, I'm gonna put you on the back burner for now. But Simon, kind of, do you want to give us a kind of a lay down, kind of where you're at entertainment wise, and what you're thinking and ideas you're looking at, and kind of go from there?
Yeah, so I've already started the conversation with the party people. So we've locked in the date, right? So they're aware. We got the layout
TJ.
from TJ, right? And the dimensions. So I've started laying out the different inflatables. So we're gonna get 5 inflatables. We haven't solidified exactly which ones yet. I do know the mechanical bull was a big hit, so I definitely want to have that. And then there's a couple others. We'll see what's available. We're working on so 2024, we did have an arcade, but we rented all those machines. It was very expensive. It was like almost 5 grand. I've got kind of a plan for a combination of crazy enough. We have projectors and screens for Guitar Hero, for Wii Sports, Just Dance, and then I was going to set up a number of stations with PlayStations and TVs, and those are actually going to end up being raffle prizes at the end of the night, right? So instead of having to buy prizes, we'll give away the video game and the televisions as part of the bigger prizes, and we're still going to have some smaller stuff, but those will be the big ticket prizes that we've done traditionally in the past too. So it kind of eliminates the duplication of cost there. The other big one I did want to ask, like bingo was a big favorite. And I heard, I guess in one of the meetings we said, do we actually have the bingo, or is that something we rented from?
No, we've
Does
got
anybody
the
know?
bingo. We have the bingo
Okay.
wheel. We have the decorations for the room. We put all that in the little storage
Yeah, we
unit.
came across it when we were clearing out the storage the other
Oh,
day.
Yeah.
fantastic, right? So bingo,
We've
definitely.
got the cards. All we're missing is like prizes, but in the past it's like jerry beads and like, I mean, it's goofy prizes. It's not like,
Yeah, so we're gonna have to allocate a little bit of money
yeah.
to buy that sort of thing, but marginal stuff.
You had something up on the screen for bingo too. Remember? There was like
Yeah, there was like a TV or a
yeah.
projector or something. So we'll have to figure that out. I do have a special surprise that I'm not going to disclose, but it'll be good and everybody's
Okay.
going to really like it. The other big thing with the entertainment, the DJ, there's going to be DJ / karaoke with lights. So that, I think that's another fan favorite.
Yeah.
The big variability, and if you look at the previous year's cost, a huge cost driver is actually the live talent people. So that's where we have some flexibility in what we want to spend, right? 2024, I think we spent $2,500 for 4 characterists for 3 hours, right? And I was like another $1,500 for like a roving magician, and then the tattoo artists were another $1,800. I mean, like it adds up quick, right? So we can decide, once we get a better handle on how much money we're making from the auction and those things, we can decide how much of that we really want to do. I recommend we skip the hypnotist because I guess they did that at the class picnic. So it's like, how many times do we want our kids hypnotized? You know what I'm saying? Like, so we shouldn't repeat that. And that was very expensive as well. Like 3 hours of 2 hypnotists were like, I don't even remember what that number was. It was like $2,000 or something. So you can spend a lot of money on those folks. And because the number of kids is less, we can reduce those numbers. Like you don't need 4 characterists, but depending on where we are budget wise, we can decide whether we want to keep that sort of thing or not.
Yeah. And I mean, now with like the selfie station too, I think that will help with that too. Cause it's like, kids can be doing different things. I just did want to point out, and this is my idea from way back when, and I'm now apologizing for it because I wasn't thinking it through. The issue with the beanbag chairs, we can't use them and give them away as prizes. And the reason why is everything that is in cloth has to be sprayed with an anti-flammable crap. So we absolutely don't want to give these kids chairs to put in their dorm rooms that we've just had to spray down. Like it's not something for someone's home.
Yeah. Okay.
So we absolutely can give beanbag chairs. We just can't use them. We have to keep them in the boxes, and then we could give them away as prizes. I think it's a great idea.
So,
But I was hoping we could use them.
Well, Janice,
Yeah.
so if they're fabric, we have to do it.
Yes.
What about the inflatable ones?
The inflatable ones would be fine. Yeah.
Do they make
just
inflate
fabric.
like they have inflatable beanbags?
Yeah.
Like
great
it's
idea.
like
Yeah, great idea. I hadn't even
Yeah.
thought about that. Yeah, like the ones that look like chairs.
yeah.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we'll have to work around that sort of thing. But,
Yeah.
I mean, because the other, like we were talking about last time, the other goal here is to not have too much stuff that we got to store, right?
Exactly.
So we're trying to either give it away or throw it away. Like,
Yeah.
Tina's already committed to doing 15 to 20 balloon arches, right, Tina?
It's a lot of blowing up
Really?
balloons there, Tina. Got the lungs for that?
Good luck with that.
But no, I mean, in all seriousness, like, things like balloons, like we're gonna go with decorations that, or the recommendation is decorations that are fairly disposable. The one thing somebody had mentioned, and forgive me, I can't remember who talked about it, but they talked about one year they did kind of a walk of fame, and they had like the stars with people's names on it. I really like that idea, and I have kind of a line on getting those made. I guess my question is, how did they do that in the past? Did they literally have like decals that they put on the floor, or were they just cardboard, or does anybody know?
I don't know. I don't know. I know in the past we have hung things from the ceiling that had kids' names on it. Like and I think that so I wouldn't necessarily want to put stuff on the floor because it's just gonna get stepped on and like kind of trashed. But I like the idea. I think that I think it was suggested maybe like making them so that the kids could take them with them.
Right. That was the whole idea. But
yeah.
I just remember somebody shared that story and they said, "Oh, I really liked it because you saw my name on a star."
Yeah.
And I remembered that, and I thought that was really cool.
I don't see her here tonight, but Katie Lakowski had mentioned that.
Okay. Yeah. And we
Curious how they did it.
We could think about like we do have or somewhere there are ceiling clips. And if not, we could just get more. But
real quick.
Yeah.
Oriental Trading Post has a dozen of them for $5. Cardboard.
How big are they?
12-inch stars. So
how big are they, Bill?
They're 12-inch.
Okay. All right.
$5 for a
So
dozen.
yeah,
So
it's something to think about, like, because we're gonna need to have a lot of them, and then we're gonna have to put their names on it. Or like put them on the walls, like put a wave pattern on the walls as they walk in. Something like that, that big long hallway.
Yeah,
So there's like
yeah,
which would probably be the easiest thing to put up and then to take down so that they could take it with them versus someone on a ladder at night trying to take them all down from the ceiling. But yeah, we
I
can,
think the clips are there for the those photo boards.
yeah,
'Cause we borrow those for Vibe, and we're always, so we have to put them back for the photo boards for.
yes, for
Right.
sure. But we definitely use them in other ways too. But I don't know where they are, Julie.
I think we leave, actually, I think they stay hung from those ceiling tiles in that hallway down to the aux gym or whatever.
Oh, are you sure?
We,
Because
last year
we
I
used
did
to
it
borrow
with,
them for Vibe, and we would take them down, bring them over to the cafetorium hallway, and then put them back. But then we bought our own so that we didn't have to keep moving them.
Oh,
we
So
left
can you
those
just-
up last year for the memory boards. I did
you
it
left
with,
them in the hallway.
we left them up in the hallway, so
Oh, all right.
we got permission and
Okay, good. So
Yeah,
maybe that's
that's
why I
good.
couldn't find them. Even
Rachel
though I wasn't
Cash
really
has that.
looking for them.
Sorry.
hey, can I pause this for a second and just ask a dumb question? Again, this is my last year was my first year with a Night in Hand, and obviously we did Night Out of Hand last year. So this is my first year actually being in the school. What have we done for a layout? I'm sharing the screen right now with the kind of the map of that first floor.
Yeah.
Where have we operated? How have we laid it out historically in the past?
So
and
all the
moving forward?
inflatables are in the gymnasium.
yeah.
Okay.
And then the dining and assembly hall is where the food is, obviously, because you got to have access to the kitchen. And the other side of that has typically been like a lounging area, dance area.
Yeah,
The dining
that's
hall
where I was
split in
gonna.
half with one half being food, the other half
Yeah,
being
it was split in half with walls,
okay.
with the walls.
Yeah, so we're gonna still try and put the DJ in one corner, and then we'll
Yeah,
have to figure out how to divide it.
And
yeah,
the corner and the side with the food.
No,
no, on
the
the other side.
opposite side, yeah, the
Yeah,
far
it's big
side.
enough. It's plenty big. And then so you can't really tell from this drawing, but across from the gym, there's a room, a classroom, and that's where bingo was.
Yeah, yeah, and I think we'll just stick with that. And then the aux gym had the arcade in it, so
Yeah.
that's the space we were gonna still use for that.
And did the bingo
And
run
then
throughout the night, or there are only certain hours for that?
No, it ran for like an hour, I think. An hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. It was not all night thing.
It was for a while because
Yeah.
I did that in 2024 and
But was it all night?
It was a long time in
it was a
2020.
long time. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right, okay.
the kids really like bingo. They,
Yeah,
for whatever
it
reason,
is
they're
funny
really
that they
into it.
like something so simple, right? In here, which is great.
And then I think I remember hearing that the bridge was used as like a lounge type area, quiet area, sleeping area.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was, we were gonna continue to do that. That was the idea around the beanbag
Yeah.
type stuff. So we'll have to come up with the right solution, but that's the intent, is to make that
Yeah.
kind of a quieter relaxation area. And there
And there
was
is some
Oh, sorry.
furniture around the school too that we can scoop up and use for some stuff.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
the beach. They lay on the ground, don't they?
well, and yeah, we're bringing in several truckloads of sand.
Well, you know what I was thinking though?
Yay.
Maybe we could, as part of the giveaways, we could get the sand cloud towels and like lay those out, and then we can roll them up and give them away at the end of the night.
Yeah. Why
Well, would
not?
they have to be sprayed?
Oh shit, they would have to be sprayed. You're right. We don't want to do that. Never mind.
So we could do like yoga mats, because that's not fabric. We could do
Yeah.
like the camping chairs and give those to the kids.
Oh yeah.
Those aren't fabric. We just have to
There's-
focus on the
there's a-
non-fabric stuff.
There's a lot of inflatable furniture. I was just
Right.
Googling it, Kelly, since you mentioned it. There's a real lot. If you Google inflatable furniture, it's shocking.
I'm
And
not
so-
remodeling my house with inflatable furniture.
Yeah, right?
Stephanie.
And so space wise, it's really just the gym, the aux gym, the dining hall, and essentially one other room for bingo plus the bridge.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean the bingo room doesn't really need much. It's got, I mean, we've got the like the little
Bingo.
decorations and
Yeah.
the, you know, it needs to be set up like the desks and or whatever tables are fine.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, and the gymnasium doesn't need really anything other than pushing the things back, I think, and then everything goes in there.
Okay.
So yeah, and the school is very good about giving us whatever tables we need.
Awesome.
I
Yeah,
will
just
say,
if we think this through, especially decoration wise, we just got to recognize that, hey, that school may be in session, especially if there's canceled schools due to snow days. And so that we just got to be, start the afternoon of graduation and be out of there by 7 a.m. The next day in case of they have school the next day.
Yeah, I mean, if things are running the way I think they're gonna run, I would think we could probably clean up that night in a
Yeah,
few
100%,
hours and be done.
100%.
You know, and the nice part is like just shove shit in cars and we'll get it to the storage unit later because it's all small stuff.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Oh, one of the things I was thinking about for the bridge was maybe like movies. Having like movies running.
Like a drive-in at the beach?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I mean,
Exactly, like
that-
a drive-in at the beach.
that's
Something,
easy. We
something,
can hang up a screen, like,
yeah,
and we have projectors, we have laptops.
yeah. I'm just, you know,
I
just
like
one
that
way or
that
the
idea,
just
but
after
I,
for
the
the
other.
quiet time,
I
or could
do
it be
think,
separate
yeah, the
enough?
kids want a space where it's like actually really quiet. Like they
Well,
really
it doesn't
came
have
for
to be
last year.
on loud. I mean, it could be on like the
Like they
kids
were
that
asking
wanna,
for the overhead background music at the place last year to be turned off because they didn't want, like they wanted like
right.
some kids are
Yeah, that was
sensory
really loud.
overload.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. But I mean, it's a fairly big room though, too. So maybe like half of it is if kids want to watch a movie, they can watch a movie and lounge, and the other half can be quiet.
Well,
And
maybe, like the hallway. No, so if we
oh
kept the
yeah,
bridge quiet,
yes,
that hallway over there, maybe we make that the movie area.
yeah, that could be. Yeah, that could work. Yeah,
We
I forgot
actually
about that
own an
space.
inflatable
Yeah, near the
movie screen.
stairs. Yeah,
Okay.
and that has like the flat, the display cases are right there too. So
Mhm.
that might be a good spot to put, make that into a screen area. Yeah. Yeah.
I say with the roving entertainers, they were yeah, last year was the only year I volunteered and they were so popular. I mean, that
Yeah.
area was busy the whole night and there were kids waiting in line. And for something like, I don't know, the tattoo artist or the caricature, if you've got two of them for 3 hours, that's 6 hours worth. And if they spend 10 minutes, 15 minutes for portrait, they're not getting to that many kids. But I mean,
Yeah.
we can only do what we can do, but like that was very popular.
They were very popular.
Historically, where have they set that up at the school?
I don't know.
Okay.
Upstairs, where we were just talking about doing the movie.
Oh,
Oh.
they were upstairs in that little
And
spot.
then the massage therapists were on the
Yeah.
bridge.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think, did we do that? We didn't do the massage chairs for as long last year, right? Did we do it for like, the other ones were 3 hours and the massage chair was like 2 hours or something?
I don't remember the numbers, but I thought they're all about the same. But maybe I'm
Oh.
wrong.
Yeah, they were you're right, Julie. The caricature, I mean, the line was long and everybody like had a tattoo by the end of the night. So I don't know what to say about reducing the numbers on that. But
We
it's
got time to kind of think
Again,
about this.
I think it's just a matter of
yeah,
how much money we make, right? So if
Yeah.
we make it, but so I'm back, I'm in my office now, so I can see numbers, but yeah, 2520 were the characteristics for 3 hours. The airbrush tattoo for 3 hours was $1,200. Massage
and that was for
therapist,
4 of them.
2.
Oh,
in
for
total.
2.
2 massage therapists for 2 hours. That was $820. The Magician was 650. I need my glasses. I can't even see this. Yeah, I mean, like the photo booth was $1,650, right? So we're saving some decent money there. Now I can see.
I don't even remember a photo booth in 2024.
Yeah, we paid for it somewhere.
I don't know.
I think we kind of
We had
now.
sidekicks.
I think this is all good discussion, but I think we definitely
1890. Yeah. So right.
It was a
To
roaming
your point, Bill, let's
photographer.
keep
He had an
keep
iPad.
moving.
Oh, it was roaming. Okay.
Keep moving. I think we're gonna, so everybody with ideas, send them on over and we'll figure it out.
Sounds good. Hey, thanks, Simon. Again, appreciate you taking the lead on that so very much. Hey, Tina, let's shift to you and talk auction.
I was hoping we would never get to me.
No, you're too important.
You're the most important thing.
Whoa,
And
don't get
you're-
my head too big.
One question I have. So if we're very focused on how much
My
money
soup
we're gonna
bowl?
make. I like your soup bowl.
Thank you.
Are we doing an online auction prior
Yeah,
to
so
the
I've talked to a few people about ones that they've used, but I was going to ask about, I know Lisa kept telling me that she used one, but she never gave me the name. So I've heard of Galabid 32 Auctions and Rally Up. Sarah De Benedettis, I'm probably butchering her last name, but she has used the Rally Up for fundraisers, auctions in the district in the past. So I want to check that one out. So if anyone has personally used.
And I know also Sign Up Genius recently came out with an online auction option as well. So
Oh, really?
Oh,
plenty of
cool.
things out there, but kind of instead of bottom line is, do we want to do it or do we not want to do it? How is it done, and what's the pros and cons of it?
And is there particular stuff that goes on it?
So I was thinking not everything would go on it.
Oh.
Here's an
sorry, go ahead,
example of how you can make a lot of money. So Simon and I have a friend who lost their daughter, and we did a benefit for her, and they did a silent auction. Someone donated a week at their house in Portugal. So from an auction perspective, it was like, here, Lisa, here's my house. You can auction it off for a week over spring break. $6,000 for one thing. So, I mean, they had like multiple like ski houses and, Vermont, like Columbus Day weekend and things like that. But I mean, they made over $20,000 just on those things that were before the benefit.
Yeah, we've tried to do stuff like that. When Sarah and I ran the auction 2 years ago, we sent out notice after notice. Do you
Yeah,
have
it's
anything
all
you'd be
about
willing
getting
to
the-
weekend away? Like, anything you'd be willing to donate? A second home nothing. It was really, really hard.
Well, so I would
I mean,
just,
I think it'd be great, but I just don't know where those people
well, I would
are.
offer, like, I was just looking at one of them. I mean, it doesn't actually, because I think we can claim we're a charity, right? So,
Oh yeah, we're a 501c3.
yeah, so there's no cost. So the worst case scenario is it doesn't happen, right? But let's give it a try.
So when you say online auction though, it's an online auction to ask people to donate things.
No,
It's
you
not
guys
an
are
online auction
It's
to
a
bid on
silent
things.
auction. So it's
a silent auction. So you post like these are the things you can bid on, and as people bid on them, once you bid on it, you get an email saying like,
Right.
so and
No,
so's outbid you, and then
what I'm trying to figure out is where are these people coming from that have these things to donate? How is that happening?
That's what we got to
have to
solicit for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that would be the activity that we start like straight away.
Hey,
Right? Is
Tina,
that-
Elaine Capiello just ran the auction for the Legacy Theater, and she did an online component, so you can talk to her. Like, it just ended 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
The vision is the online component done separately, and so like you have the in-person auction, which is its own
Yeah.
items, and the online auction is done either before or after or at the same time, but they're not those two things don't meet. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah. So like my ideas is like when I hit up the booster clubs years ago, there used to be some boosters that would, instead of putting together a basket, they would donate their time. So say like the diving club wanted, well, I guess that's not a good example. Softball. So say if softball got together and they had, 4 or 5 kids that wanted to get together and like run a practice, someone could bid on that. Now, other high school parents probably wouldn't see the value in that, but like little league parents might find the value in that. So I was thinking more like for items that aren't really targeted toward the high school kids that will probably most likely be at the auction, we use this online auction to
Right.
get this out to them.
Hit a
Yes.
broader audience.
So we'll still solicit like normal, try to get things. Maybe we'll get 100 things donated, and we'll look at those things. Say, hey, what do you think we can make more money on online versus in person?
Right.
Do it
So
that
like
way.
for example, like if we were to approach a summer camp, like any YMCA, whatever, and they were able to donate a week's camp, like the older kids that are at the auction, they don't, they're not really interested in that. So like last year, I think something went for like, it was like a art and craft party or something that went for like $20. It was something like ridiculous. But if it was targeted toward those younger families, it would have brought in more money.
Yeah, for sure, Tina. Like when we did it at Laurelwood donated 2-week sessions, and we happened to get young, like
Mm.
4 drunk
Yes, I
moms
remember
showed
that.
up. Yeah, that were like from the elementary school, and one of them spent a lot of money on it,
Yes.
right? But they were like randos, like we wouldn't
Mhm.
have thought. And I was like, because I'm like, no one's gonna buy this. But so it was
Mhm.
great that you're right. I mean, as far as who is there makes a difference as to what
Yeah.
you can get, get.
And I guess
the-
it also is, maybe we could do a better job. Not to say that people in the past didn't do it, but
yeah.
maybe we could make a point to, extend an invitation to those younger kids. Not the kids, sorry, their parents.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, normally we send notice to the PTOs.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I know it flies over. Maybe
why
some
if
sort of
we do
incentive.
this-
I don't know.
If we do the silent auction, then I think one of the challenges for parents of younger kids is they're like, do I really want to hire a babysitter so I can go to the Daniel Hand Night in Hand auction?
Right.
But if we do those things in the silent auction online prior to the event, they don't have to be there.
yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I think it sounds like an online auction is kind of somewhat of a no-brainer. Like, hey, it makes sense to do it. It's just kind of a matter of kind of getting solicitations and seeing what we can put into online auction, and then kind of seeing how we want to run it. Do we want to run it for like the 2 weeks leading up to the main auction, or the timing on that? But it seems like it just makes sense.
It's all about getting the stuff, though.
Exactly.
Yeah, Tina, I have a connection for like trips, a travel agent that does like trips, and they did not sell at all last year in the in-person auction. But I do think it would be something that would do well at an online auction because of that broader audience concept.
Yes.
Do you want me to reach out to my contact to try to solicit, like confirm those up for this year?
Yeah, sure. I think like if we could put that on the online and people have like time to like look through all
Yeah.
of the fine print.
Yes.
Because I remember those last year and I was like, wait, like I didn't get to read all of this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would
there's
be
a
nice.
lot of fine print in those and fees that go along with the
Absolutely.
trip. So
Absolutely
it
there are.
definitely like people do need to be able to read that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, and from my perspective on it, it's like, even if we get a couple $100 for each one, like it's
Yeah.
a couple $100 we didn't have.
Awesome. Tina, how do you need a team to help you with solicitation, or do you have the people you need for solicitation are not quite yet?
So I still need to reach Joelle and Kathleen have both reached out to me.
Okay, great.
And so I need to rendezvous with them and figure out who's doing what. Now one of them was business and one of them was not, and I don't remember which was which, but I need to talk to them first.
Sounds good. Do you have access to the Google Drive titled Daniel Hand Auction, which has all the data from last year?
No.
Okay, so Roxanne Mahoney kind of helped, was a big part of the auction last year. I just reached out to her and I'll reach out to her again to make sure you have full access to that. But it has essentially all the auction stuff from last year. And I think we need to work together to kind of make sure that we build off that by recreating the wheel.
Yeah, Joelle sent me a list. I think it was a list of businesses
Okay.
that had donated.
Okay.
So she kind of wanted to see, which ones we're going to use for the auction, which ones could be used for, other
Financial.
things.
Yeah.
And then she also had that contact that made those amazing cookies last year. I don't know if anyone else remembers them, but they were really good at the auction.
That's Joelle Schreiber.
Yeah.
Who was the other person you mentioned? Kathleen?
Kathleen Atgun.
Okay. Awesome.
I feel like that was a two-part question. I don't remember what the
That was good. That was it.
Oh, okay.
So I think basically we need to get a team with you, Joelle, Kathleen, get access to the drive, kind of get a list of the donations from last year and kind of work off those plus any other ones, kind of bring the donations in over the next 2 to 3 months.
Bill,
And I just
I
got
can,
the bins from the shed this week, and I didn't get a chance to look through those yet either.
that's okay. Bill, I control the drives.
Oh, does your phone number end in 77?
Yeah, that's me.
I'm
I
gonna
saw
send
that
you
you just tried to break into my drive. I got a notification
I know.
about it.
Oh, curses. Stop me.
I'm
Sounds
gonna
good.
try to add Tina to this, and I don't know how to really do that, but I'm gonna try.
You got the power, Janice. I have faith in you. Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, so I'd like to get access to that as well, and we'll kind of go from there. Because I think the solicitation folks, I think we only have one person sign up for solicitation, but I'll reach out to more to add on to that. And again, I want to make sure that we kind of work together, that people are asking for solicitation and people asking for auction are hip and hip, so that that we're not double tapping people and we're really getting the whole swath of the community that can potentially support us.
Yeah, and Tina, do you have a team?
I have a secret team
Okay.
ish that's going to, I mean, I've got some good stuff. I mean,
Okay.
they haven't 100% committed, but we're like 80%. Like there might be a sale bag.
Okay.
I'm bidding.
There might be a like a bag made out of a sail, like maybe.
Yeah.
There might be a sailboat cruise.
Oh,
with
fun.
I'm not sure if it's going to be like an evening thing or a daytime, depending on who wins it, maybe. Let's see. Oh, I think we might have a little vacation in Utica, New York, maybe.
The Adirondacks.
Utica's a hot spot.
I got some.
Well, it's like an Adirondacks cabin, right?
Oh, Adirondacks. Okay. Okay. Gotcha,
I have some people on the line.
Gotcha. I'm picking up what you're throwing down.
Katie Bowles, she has a house in Vermont. They're not here anymore, but I'm wondering if maybe I could hit her up too.
Awesome.
That'd be great.
Awesome. We are closing in on 9 o'clock. Tina, anything else to add on the auction side?
No, I need to get plugging. I know, Simon.
Okay.
I feel your eyes piercing.
Simon is a guy that cracks the whip. I tell you,
They're keeping me in line.
So I think action items coming out of this meeting is one, kind of getting the basically getting access to the drives, lining up solicitations with auction to make sure that we're on the same page, and like I said, hip and hip as we do that. And 3, kind of putting together a solid perspective budget for 2026, kind of what we expect in income, where we intend to put the money go, where the money was going to go, and then kind of we'll refine it as we solidify our incomes. Any other big action items that you guys can think of based on that, and anything else to add that we haven't talked about yet?
I think we need to do a very large marketing campaign around the auction. We need to consistently start going out to all of the parents at Daniel Hand of like, hey, and giving them ideas of things that will generate money at the auction. I think that has to start now, and it needs to go all the way to the auction.
Things that they can donate that will help support us is what you're saying.
Yep. And
Yep.
and then with the QR code, like, or you can just donate money.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's actually worth just thinking about the marketing around it a little bit because, I don't think people realize that we need donations to support 75% of the budget. That this is the entry fee is no cost. Everybody wants all of the kids to go and be safe. And 75% of the budget needs to be fundraised between now and the event. And we're counting on parents and community, and everybody to pitch in. But I don't think people know like how much this costs and the fact that, it's really not, it's like only 25% of it is supported by student fees.
Yeah, it's a good point.
No, I totally agree, Stephanie. And until I got involved in Night in Hand, I had no idea how it all worked.
Awesome.
Yes, you're late.
Yeah.
Hurry
Shane
up.
just asked a question in the
Late.
chat. I'll answer it verbally here. But really, the value of the auction items, anywhere from $20 to several $100 typically. And actually, honestly, some things go for well over that. But small things that can bring in $20 to $50 is great.
Yeah, and
really
actually,
adds up.
I'm gonna get on TJ about those front row seats because I'm gonna need more than one. So he's gonna have to provide me at least 2 of those. So hopefully those bring at least 1,000 each.
Awesome. Awesome. Okay. Anything else you want to touch on before? Actually, there is one thing I want to mention. Typically, this meeting is the last Wednesday of each month. Next month, in November, that last Wednesday is the day before Thanksgiving. So I'm moving that meeting a week early. So the meeting for next month is I wrote down here November 19th instead of the 26th. And then that date is correct in our website. And similarly for December, it's actually 2 weeks early instead of the day before New Year's or the day before Christmas. It's the week prior to that, and I want to say I think it's the 17th of December.
Yeah.
So just so you can plan accordingly. And again, that's updated on the website as well.
So, hey, Bill, before we break, the other thing would be helpful from a planning perspective is what are we planning for start and end times?
Oh, good question. Historically, what has been done in the past? Like, is it like a 10 a.m. to 5 a.m. or sorry, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. for the start and end? Is that correct?
I think so.
So 10 p.m. Yeah, because I know one of the gripes last year was because they were going on a long bus ride, it was earlier and
Yeah.
Yes.
And that
So we
squeezes
had them there
people
before
'cause
9.
graduation, doesn't end until whatever, 7. So yeah, if it's 10 to 5, we just need to know, right? Like,
yeah, let's plan 10 to 5 if people have thoughts. Otherwise, voice it now or voice it later. But I think that's a good starting point.
Okay.
Awesome. Anything else? Anybody else? Great. I will update the website with the recording, with a transcript, and we'll get those action items done and get that those emails kind of shared from there. One last thing to say, the email that I sent out, I always BCC everybody for respect of privacy. That being said, there's probably about 140 people on that list. About 50 of them or 40 of them are volunteers that have signed up for this year, and the rest are people that have volunteered in the past. If anybody wants that list, let me know and I'll share that with you. I just don't want to put it out there for everybody, just out of respect for people's privacy. So just let me know. And I try to keep that up to date with people that want them off the list. I take them off, and as people sign up, I add them on. So, okay, I think that's it. Anybody else? Great. Thank you so very much for your support and enthusiasm, and I'm really excited about this year's Night in Hand.
Yay,
Okay.
thank you.
Woohoo!
Gonna be
Yeah.
fun,
Bye.
Metallica.
Like,